I've been thinking about this a lot. I've got everything set here to take the face off of this. I don't know how to tell you to do it. This isn't really the point. The point is making the dashboard. There's a piece of it right underneath the tachometer. But this is just one of those rabbit holes, big enough for Harvey, isn't it? That you end up in when you do stuff like this. So I'm going to run down there and paint this bezel that I took off yesterday. And I'm going to disassemble. You really should put gloves on before you deal with this, especially on some 60s cars, because if you touch certain parts of the speedometer or stuff like that, it'll turn the white red. I hear the oils in your hands will do that. Let's take this apart. Now I'm going to use this drill bit here on a drill press to make the holes in here. And I'm thinking I'm going to put them here and here like I said yesterday. But I don't want to do that with just a hand drill. I want some precision on this. So this is 3/16 right here. And this is such a good drill bit. These things are expensive, but dang, they're good. And they don't last forever, but they sure make life easier. And like I said, those are 3/16. And I got my fancy kit to take the face off of this. So what you do is, like I did yesterday, the other screw is down in there, down in the shot there. So, all right, so you do this, that will come out. I have a tripod. I don't know why I don't use it, but all you do, this is a magnetic cup. So when your cable spins in here, it just turns to this magnet right here, and there's a cup there, and that's what makes the needle move. See, so let me get some gloves on, and we are going to happen to have some right here. Still waiting on the hummingbirds. I've got goldfish and cardinals coming for whatever reason. I actually threw some popcorn out there, so the cardinals are trying to eat the peanuts, but they, of course, they're not set up for that. So I'll have to put some popcorn out there. So when you want to take the needle off one of these, and this is a Jaeger, so I'm a real reluctant to mess with this one, but I'm gonna have to, because I just don't want to drill any holes in it. So all you gotta do is hold this cup. See the needle moving? And kind of get a feeling for the bounce. So when you put this back on, you kind of move it up, put the needle at the peg, and then it's just you'll get it. But I made that mark. So all you gotta do is hold the cup and just sort of twist this, and it will loosen up, and you can just take the needle off. See, and then there you go. And then put that over here where you won't do anything with it. You could paint that if you wanted to, but I don't think I would. Might put a smiley face in the middle of that thing. But see, in here, you see there's two little screws right here. So let's see which one it is on my little kit here. And I'm going to take the face off. Okay. Then we'll be able to drill our holes. Now the other thing you got to be mindful of, you want to make sure that where you drill the holes, there's nothing behind it that's going to interfere with you, and it doesn't look like it. So I'm going to have to drill a hole in this too. I'm going to kind of pre-wire this like I did the Gladiator. So when I just put it in, I can just wire it right up. So I'm going to put lights in there, camera and action and all that stuff. So all you got to do to get the face off this is very carefully. I'm kind of far away, but I'm trying to show you. I think those have been into before. And then don't let the screwdriver go skating off and cause, well, let's see here. There you go. Don't let the don't scrape up your cover. Here, I'm about to drill holes in it, and I'm telling y'all what to do, huh? So that'll just fall out. That's why I got that cloth underneath here. And then once you get it off enough, you can just put it right back over here. And then let's see. There's a mark right here. There's like a sticker. So let's take a look at the way it's keyed. It's pretty simple. Okay. So it goes on that way. Now, it's a great time to go down. Look at that. There's some kind of material in there. There's something in there. See that reflection right here? I think we might be in for a rebuild here. They usually lock up in here. That's why I got graphite. Now you see that mark I made yesterday is off because now the needle's not going down. So let's see if we can get this one off. I'm going to have to hold it. Oh, okay. Come on, crack for me. There you go. This has the little thing right here that turns in your palm. Makes it a little bit more easy to deal with. Okay, so now we can take that little tiny screw out and see I've got everything over here on my little piece of scrap wood I cut out of the dash panel. So all you got to do now is you just pull that off. So now I can, you notice how it's white back there to reflect the paint? There's your little mechanism that holds the pin at 0. So yeah, don't mess with this any more than you have to, okay? Just don't. If you clean it, just clean it with a real light amount of air. I don't think I would. So, and here's your mechanism that we're going to have to take down there and clean up because there's something wrong. That little coil right there is kind of interesting. Look how kind of corroded that is. I don't know what that little flake of metal is right there. I don't think I want to take it too far apart, but I do want to know what that metal is. It must be some kind of gasket that was in there. But you can see the magnet inside the cup, and that's what makes all this work. So I might just have to make it. Now, this, you can tell this is also a speedometer because these little brackets right here are what would hold the odometer stuff with that little crank wheel and that little pawl, they call it. You can see the hole right there. Don't drop it. That hole right there is where that would run the little pawl that runs the odometer. You know, it ticks up a little bit at a time. That's what does that. So, okay. Interesting. Well, they did the best they could. They tried to save every penny because these were not expensive little cars. Okay, well, let's take some measurements and measure. Oh, I didn't even notice. I guess that's some kind of metric stuff there on the inner ring. All right, well, let's take it down and very carefully drill 3/16 holes right here and put these two things in, the red and the green. So I want the, I'm sorry, the blue and the red. So we're going to put the blue in here and the red one over here because this is a little closer to center, and that'll be the high beam. A lot of wiring to do too. I was asked a real good question yesterday. How much room do I have on this bezel to deal with? And it is about 2.5 millimeters, which would be, well, 13 1/128 or whatever that would be. Close to that. Let's go either way and see if we can get some 3/32. That was sort of my guess. Somewhere in the 30 seconds range. So I got a little bit of 3M stuff on there so to help hold it in place because I didn't have room to put the big screw thing on it, so it didn't reach enough into the wood to get that big the big screw that holds it in. I'm not worried about that anymore. So we're going to paint these. We're going to go clean these up, paint these black. And I wanted to look at something else while we were down here. See, the main beam, high beam indicator here is at 6 o'clock. Now up there is the indicator for that. So I'm thinking of changing my mind entirely on where to put that. Let's go look at the, well, the Healy. Let's go look at the Healy. And we're going to look at the original gauge out of the Spitfire. So the main beam indicator, that's ignition, and the high beam is also at 6 o'clock here. Okay, so there's the Healy. So let's go look at the Jaguar and see what's going on there. Let's go this way. All right. Oh, let's go over here and see. Ooh, wood dust here and yon, huh? That can go there. Let's look at this and see the ignition, fuel, and main beam are all in the bottom. See, it says headlamps and low fuel. Everything's low. So how low can you go? It doesn't have to be directly in line of sight. Of course, in the old days, you know, you had those H7, or before that even, the 6006 GE 7-inch bulbs that were, you know, not so great. So high beams were, you know, high beams, but still not so terrible. So I have changed my mind on this. I'm going to put the high beam here and the indicator for the charging system here. Now I'm going to use the drill press, and because I want to use, I know it's in my pocket. Bang! It must be getting warm out there. Well, I know it's in there somewhere. There it is. I'm going to use this bit like I said, but you got to watch these things, especially on something as thin as this is. I mean, that thing get away from you, so I'm going to need to have some control on this and just poke the hole. And oh, I was going to get this too. I need a backer piece. I was going to do this up at the house, but I changed my mind. So let's get some power to this. And ooh, that's from when I was doing Daphne's axle stuff. So, oh, I forgot there's a TR3 forehead over there. Forgot that. Merry Christmas, everybody. And there's the old Harley Davidson stuff. So we're going to chuck this in, and we're going to mark this carefully. Let me get some paint, because I'm going to paint these black, and I'm going to paint the inside of this can white. And the reason I'm going to do that is because this thing here is got an LED in it, and it's so flippin' bright that it's just, let me put my stuff back in my pocket. Certainly don't need that anymore. Let me put my keys and everything away. So we got the micrometer, so we're going to kind of measure from the R to the O and the M to the red line, and from here to here. We're going to try to put them as evenly as we can, and we're going to get a marker of some kind. So, all right, let me get these things painted. White, black. Go over there and scrub them a little bit with the Scotch-Brite pad, and then we'll see about fitting other little things today. I really would like to get the tachometer done. I got to clean this out too with some brake clean. Let me put you down for a second, because it won't take me long to get this out of here. That little piece of metal that was sticking up in the back here, it just it's just something that's gone wrong, but you can see that it's sticking up right there. See that little piece of metal? So it just turns with the wind there, but all that gunk in there's got to go. So I'm going to spray that out with brake clean and let that air out. So white in the can. See, that's kind of a bluish tint, but everything's so bright now. That was one of my main problems. Was it's just so graphic and just too many Illuminatis there. Okay, let's mark this, and I want to paint first so I can just sit there because it's not even noon yet. So yeah, 11:36. So I want this to sit out on the bridge too far and let it kind of be curing up for a couple hours today, at least a couple hours. Okay, I've got both bezels clean. I guess I can get some light on it. So this is the outer bezel here, and this is the inner bezel. And I cleaned them and scraped them up a little bit. I've been checking this a while, so let's not do this anywhere near the Harley. Okay, let's do this over here, and we'll be better off for it. So, yeah, I've been digging into drill bits lately. Yeah, let's not do any spray bombing over there, right next to the Harley. All right, let's go over here. A little bit less wind. And that's literally all that needs, okay? I wonder how they make these spray cans work at all angles. I don't know. I'm just glad it happened. Okay, so now we're going to put these in the sunlight over here and let them cure out. Okay, get a little breeze, get a little sun. All the cans are popping. Hells are popping. So, okay, just don't take any time at all. So let's get the white out and we'll do the inside of the can. Okay, this is easy because you can just grab the stalks at the back. So this is just some kind of white stuff. It don't matter. Don't spray it towards your finger. I just want to brighten up the corner there where it is. So whenever I get any kind of light in there, it'll be better. Now, whew, boy, that stuff, that's the vinyl kind. So that stuff really stinks. Okay, that is good enough. It don't have to be perfect. Okay, just point that right there and let that cure there for several hours. And I'm going to clean that glass, and I'm going to get some brake clean. Oop. See, I told you cans were popping. So let's get the brake clean. Didn't know I had any back there. It's good. And let's get this away from that. I don't want anything near brake clean. Let's see what kind of dirt we get out of this. Okay, well, I'll use that in a minute. Okay. Okay, let's just see here. Yeah, got some dirt out of that for sure. Flip it on its other side. And we'll spray some lubricant in there too. Whoa! Yeah, I can see it getting brighter in there. Okay, what YouTube extravaganza. Well, that's better than it was. So just get a little grease and dab on that little dab right here after it dries out, and then we will put that back together, clean this glass. No reason to get too, I don't know, it's kind of mucky. Let me take it over and get some of that zip on it. All right, that's much better. Okay, I didn't realize it was so messy. All right, now let's go over to where do I have those gauges and stuff. They're around here somewhere. Let me find that box. Okay, box of gauges, come to me. Alright, so that's an old tach. I think that's cable driven. I think, yeah, this is the one that was in the Spitfire. So you can tell that I took all them out of there to use them. So the main beam was at the lower left because it was in the speedometer. So now it's going to have to be on the lower right, and we have to switch positions here. So once again, a Jaeger gauge, but okay. Yeah, this was busted out as I remember. It didn't work at all. Look at 120 in that thing. Whew. Go airborne. Okay, so just to verify that I'm going to go down on the bottom side there. A trip set, if you're wondering what that cable was. But the other thing was, it was a mess because I changed transmissions, so I couldn't get it to calibrate in any way. And if you're wondering, I had a question about this. This is the antenna right here for the speedometer. So you can get away with things like that when you got a car like this. So let's get the power hooked up to. Oh, there's power right there. I forgot. I put an outlet right there. That's cool. So not enough to reach it, but I got a cable. So we're going to do the drill thing now. Drill, baby, drill. Okay, let's take a look at this. I'm going to take those back up with me. So from the M to the red line is about 20 millimeters, and that's about the same. And so we're going to go 10 millimeters in, and I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just going to. Meatball this. Let's go look at that other one again and see how close they were to this ledge right here. That's no a boulder. It's a ledge. I just realized there's something I could use here. So those are kind of seem to be a little closer. Of course, it doesn't have the oil light in the middle. So I know I'm kind of overthinking this, but look at this. See, I got these with those tubes in them that I might could use. 2 of those. So I've never taken one of these out before. I think it just kind of pops out. Well, that's a good idea because I was wondering how I was going to get light down to the riverside here. Let's get a couple of them out and then I'll mark this up. So, alright, I hate to use parts off that, but I guess there's no other way. They came out pretty easy. See, they got those little clips right there. They're little metal clips on each side. So that may be a real boon thinking about them things. So there you go. Thank you for your service. Okay, appreciate that. Now we need to measure the size of these holes here so we can drill holes in that. Let's go to fractional. I think this is going to be its individual video here on this 37/64. And you know what? I'm going to consider that to be true and not mess with the sizes on that 37/64. Let's see what I got back here on 37/64. And that might be a drill press operation too. Oh, I'll tell you what we could do. Well, I've already put it in the chuck, but we'll worry about that. 37/64. There's 27/64. We're going to see what it is on the step drill and try to get this as close as we can. If I have to, I'll just, make some other accommodations. But I've got this set up for drilling. I was able to reach my thing over there. I think that might be just a little quick. Let's slow that down some. I don't want it spinning about on me. I want to have a lot of control here. So we'll change the belt on this and just be happy I put that outlet there, huh? I did that for battery charging and to have an outlet in the middle here at the steps. So, yep, I'm a messy dude. I got all kind of stuff. I know it. It's hard to see them, but there's a little dot. Yeah, you can see that. That picks up right here and right there. Kind of makes it iridescent, don't it? Well, let me get my tripod set over there, and if I mess up, you'll see it in real time. I'll try not to mess with that little thing right there. Okay, I've got the speed set to as low as it can go up here on these, where am I? On these things here. So it's at the very bottom of the spindle. So we're going to just go as slow as we can. We're not drilling through any kind of fancy steel here. Guess I could have done a little better on setting up there, huh? All right, let's get you going. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these holes. I'm going to just kind of test fit the jewels and close that. I don't want to get hooked on that. So I got this clamp down. See clamp? Okay. Not a C clamp, but do you see the clamp? I think I'm going to get some more light here. So not necessarily for me, but for you. Let's just stay in time. Like I say, I think we're going to be an individual. Let's see if I can do it this way. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's pretty cool. Just stick that on there. Okay, that worked out great. Okay, those little streamline things are terrific. So I can see my little dot there. All right, we're going in. You ready? Let's just take a little test shot here. See, that thing's sharp. So you see why you need the control. Try to hold that firmly. I am getting this shot. It is recording. Okay. There it goes. All right. Easy does it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take some of that out of there. Okay. There's a little wood on there. I don't let it kind of centralize itself. Let the drill do the work. All right, there's one. Got a little bit of stuff on the back there. All right, count your blessings on that. So let's do this one. All right, woo! That's a nervy process done there. Okay, well I'm gonna just get my knife and get these little pits off here. So there you go. Can you see them? All right, you'll see them soon enough. Wow, that worked out great. That was almost like intentional there. All right, well, that looks about spaced about right. All right, once again, we're gonna take you off the thing here. So now I kind of got to wait on that white paint to dry so I can centralize my little lighting tubes. I feel like a jeweler or something doing this. Because see, what this does is, hopefully, I think it'll be the same depth because it's the same thing. See, that tube will go over there and keep the light where it belongs. So this It's just all changed. Every time I move, something changes. All right. Well, there you go. Use a little backlight there. Looks bigger than they are. Hope them things fit. I think they will. So we'll go up there. We're gonna go to the house. I gotta eat something anyway. Okay, so we got to figure out what size this is. And it looks like that right there. So I'm gonna put a piece of tape on that. That might be just a little, that's too small, that's too, oh no, it slips in there. Let's get it a little bit better going that way. Is there something in there I'm hitting? Nope. This is just for sizing. Okay, well I think you get the gist of this. Oh, I know what's holding me up. It's this. You did it to yourself. Okay. What am I hitting? I'm hitting my stop. Crazy. Galoot. I wonder what that does. That keeps from losing them. That sounds nice. It's just that thing's bent right there. Yeah. That's better. See, I got a little bit of left there. So, okay, let's get the tape and mark that, and then when the time comes, I'll be able to drill the casing from the tachometer. Cool. Okay, I got a piece of tape right here on my stop. So once we get down to that one, we'll be fine. I hope that works. Like I say, if not, I'll come up with some other methodology to hold that in place. I don't think it's going to take much because it's just kind of resting there. So we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? I'll turn this off, save the batteries. Okay, so I'm ready to go on that. Because when you poke these in, see they pop out. I think that'll be fine. All right, up to the house. Eat something. Okay, just had a lovely lunch. I brought the can back up here because I'm going to mark these things. Guess I should have got the body of it, but that's okay. I'll pop down and get it. So let's see. Got something in the mail just now too. I can't believe it. I saw twice this week. I've seen carpenter bees fall into the little trap out there. Little scutters. So okay. So here's this jewel here. And so we're going to, God, I gotta get some Nafcon and my eyes are itching. Let's see how this looks and goes. Might have to get a little reaming out of that. I don't know. You kind of want it to be tight. I don't want to bust it, and I don't want to bust it taking it out. But we're almost there. I think I can just get the... Yeah, that one. See? That's the way she's going to look. You can see the light. Here, let's do it this way. I got a light right here. Light bright, making things that light. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. So that'll be your high beam. There you go. And that'll be your charge warning lamp. What do you know, huh? Still digging on that thing. That thing's great. Okay. Now let's put this up here. And let's see. This was delivered USPS. So it's a miracle I got it. Alright, let's see here. All the paperwork down there. We only need one of these. Okay. It's got two of these, and there they are. And let me get a 9-volt battery. I got some right here. Don't you? Don't you have some somewhere? Where'd they go? Alright. It don't take 12 volts to make them LEDs fire off. Oh, come on. They're in here somewhere. Oh, they're way back there. Okay. All right. Let's get the. I like, that's not a sponsor, but I like the AC Delcos. So let's see what it looks like when I fire this off. These are generally, not always so much anymore, polarity sensitive. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Alright, let me get it to fire and then. There you go. So there that is. That's just bright enough, huh? Okay, that one works. Let's check the other one while we're here. Another carpenter bee. Well, if he gets over there, I'll see if I can. I almost got it on film. I didn't try too hard. I thought about it, but you know, the odds of you catching them boys falling down the rabbit hole there. A lot of rabbit holes today. Okay, so let's get this one, make sure it works before we go drilling holes and things. Yep, it works. Let's see if we can hold that with one finger. There you go, so both of them work. Yay. So that was very fortuitous. So let me go get the inner workings and sort of put it together and kind of at least get a feel for it and where I'm going to put the holes. How am I going to do that? I was thinking of just using a long piece of lead, but I've got ice picks, so I might just get an ice pick and do that and mark the back of this. I think I'll put it together and do that. Okay, this thing's getting long, ain't it? But it takes a long time to do something fun like this. This is all custom handmade stuff, so handmade productions. I've decided to use Tom Slick here, Ultra Slick, as just put a drop here on this little body thing. Okay, come on. Ooh, that's more than enough. More than enough. That stuff's mighty messy. So we're going to get that in there. And what was I spinning this thing with earlier? I think this right here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's better. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, so we got some Ultra Slick in there. Might put some graphite down in there if I think about it, because that's where the bulk of problems come from, is in that shaft. But that's probably good enough. I could have used something a little thinner. But anyway, okay, well, I got my little rubber gasket back in here. I'm ready to put this back together. I got to put the face on it and all that stuff. So we're just going to reassemble this, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to mark the back of this with an ice pick. And it's not Murder Incorporated. Alright, I have it assembled. So we're going to just drop this ice pick down in here. And so you're saying to yourself, what good does that do you? If you can't get the drill bit down in there. Well, I can. Kind of waited too long to eat there, I think. Okay, we're going to make a little dimple here. And we'll see if we got a mark there. Okay, so we're going to just let this out. Come on. There we go. Alright, so get this out of the way. And we'll see if we got marked down in there. Well, I'd say yes, we do. I think I'm going to try to do a little better than that, though. Get that flat down in there. I can see them, but I kind of would make sure. So I'm going to just, there's one right here and one right there. So that gives me a good enough start to figure it out. So Alright, well that's kind of a hard way to do it. I guess I could get a 3/16 drill bit or something, but even then, I'm trying just not to get too uppity here, so let's just be careful. So I'm getting ready to drill holes in the back of this is the speedometer case. So there's your 1/2 inch. See, it don't work. So how many guys you know got a 37/64, huh? I do. Still in the thing. That's pretty good right there. So we're going to take this over there. I'll be a riddle sprung crummy joker. All right, let's go. Let's get the drill press going. Let's get a start on that. So I got those down here ready to put them in. Oh, I want that card back because I'm trying to get a bunch of little things done today. All right, let's see if we can get a copyright claim here. So, all right, well, that's the way it looks. Okay, let's get going. Okay, I got the holes drilled. See them right there. Now these should just pop in and go click. Well, click. All right. I got a feeling that piece of rubber's in the way. I think I'm gonna have to just pull back on that a little bit, or maybe just see if it goes click, click. Well, all right. Let's see how it fits, and then looks like those holes are sort of designed. Cause see, those are kind of tiny. So those holes are kind of designed to take up a little bit of mess. Well, there you go. Let's put the body in and see what. You got to put the needle on before you put the body in. So there's the needle right there. It's been an hour. There's no use telling you what I did because it's just. Oh, sorry, I showed my little wound there. I've at least got it mostly where I want it. I think that's good enough. The main thing is the high beam, and that one's lined up pretty good. The other one is the charge lamp, and I have a voltmeter, so I mean, man, those carpenter bees, man, they're out today. Is he gonna go in and fall? No, I thought he was going to. I can't believe I've actually witnessed that. So, because it's happened so quickly. We're gonna just put the jewels in there, and let's do this one. I cleaned the glue off of it. Let's just put it in there. I don't think it needs any glue. I guess it went in. We'll find out with our flashlight here. We'll look at it for the first time together. There you go. Well, I'll certainly take that. That's mainly what I want. I've spent all day on this. It's just been crazy. So we're going to wrap it up in a minute. Let's go ahead and just put this one in here. That one's pretty loose. Let's put some glue on that. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, well that's good enough too. Because I'm going to put an LED in these things. So we got the blue and the red. Okay, I'm trying to look at my viewfinder. Okay, there you go. Good enough for me. Alright, and I'll tell you what we're going to do right here. I think that was good enough of a money shot to call that a thumbs up. Let's call it done. And we'll watch this guy do work on this whole Silver Queen. So, yeah. Well, if the carpenter bees are here, there's two out there. So if they're here, why aren't the hummingbirds here? Yeah, I could set this up on a tripod for an hour and not get anything. All right. Well, we'll talk next time. Thanks for spending time with me. I don't think I'm going to call this anything about wooden dashboard because this is not that. So it's almost 3 o'clock. So we'll talk later. Thanks for spending time with me. I'll try not to give you the Batman effect there. All right. Bye-bye.